Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-June 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right into it here. We're going to get right down to business and start you off with an oracle card just to take a little test of the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Libras out there. My guides, talk to me. I hope you're all doing fantastic, my friends. What's going on with the Libras? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always very interesting indeed, especially when it links with the whole reading. Let's get this first card out here. What do we got for the Libras in mid-June, my guides? It's a pretty positive reading for you last week. It was nice. You know, energy is just like a wave. Okay, your energetic connections, who and what you're connected to, could be a big focus here, Libra. And we're going to talk about it. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on any social media, my handle is at Kyle of Cups on everything except Facebook, so please feel free to hit me up. But into the reading we go. If you look at this card, it's intriguing to me. It does remind me of the Lovers, so to speak. But you see that man, that woman, the one is coming out of the mirror. So to me, this is very emblematical of energetic connections, right? Personal relationships. It doesn't always have to be romance. It could be those that we're closest with. And this does imply distance in some form. But when I talk about those that we're connected to, I personally believe that when we form bonds with people, we have energetic cords with them. Some are bigger, some are stronger, some are smaller, some are weaker. But anything, not just people, we connect and have an energetic exchange to are very important and are worth our attention. So in this time, you might want to take stock of who and what you're connected to, what you're feeding into, and what's feeding into you. That's what this card tells me. For another portion of you, it could just be a highlight on your personal relationships as well. But let's get into tarot. I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. As I always say with that first card, it's not a deal breaker. It doesn't make or break anything. It's just a little footnote. But let's get these first 3 out here. What do we got for Libra? Now, as I said earlier, last week's reading was pretty positive. It was titled An Unexpected Win. So I always say wins come in all different shapes and sizes. Hopefully you had something nice happen to you in recent days. But the week before that was an urgent reset. I believe we've been seeing towers and 10s of swords. The week before that was a serious warning. So there have been some rough energies around the Libra collective. Hopefully you haven't been going through it. But as I always say, energy is always up and down, moving all different ways. Nothing is set in stone. Let's see what we got for you this week. Okay, we have the 3 of Wands. Some of you might be in wait and see, waiting for a manifestation to come in, holding, waiting, analyzing. This is an interesting vibe. Okay, we have double wands here. We have the 7 of Wands. Hopefully you're not feeling bound up or cornered. This could be determination as well. A lot of you could be very goal driven. Okay, all right. Yeah, so you're absolutely, you're going to have a bonus here. On the back end, we have the Tower. Now, all towers aren't bad. Like I said, we've been seeing it recently. Not always a bad thing. You have the 7 of Swords right here on the back. So we have some things we're absolutely going to need to take a look at here, Libra. The double 7s are synchronicities and number signs that you might want to look up with the 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords. But let's talk about these real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the intuitive, juicy messages, because all these cards have duality. In position number 1, we have the 3 of Wands. Very fiery. Now, in the main part of the spread, we have 2 wands and a tower. This is fiery. This is explosive. Like I said, this is someone who might be in a wait-and-see type of move. This is a card that represents travel. This is a card that also represents distance. But it's that waiting, waiting, waiting. Maybe you've been manifesting, trying to create something, and you're waiting to see results. That's a possibility here. We just have to see what shows up when we clarify it. I don't want to speak on it too much. Now, moving to the center, we have the 7 of Wands. Now, this card to me is a coin flip completely. Take whatever hits for you. But for some people, this card is just full-on determination. Me against the world. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to do what I got to do, and nothing's going to get in my way. This is somebody or something that cannot be held down, okay? In the inverse, this could be somebody that feels like they're cornered, that feels like the spirit and universe are always testing them one after another with the 7 of Wands. Doesn't mean this person's going to give up, but it can be a little tiresome, okay? Because this card does kind of give me 10 of Wands types of vibes as well, especially with the 7 and the 3. You combine them, that's 10 of Wands. So watch your vitality in this time. There could be a warning here once again. On the back end, the Tower, one of the most feared cards in the tarot. Like I say, all cards are dualistic. Nothing to be afraid of with this Tower. Now, what does it imply? Shock. It does imply the foundation being shaken up. Yes, this could also be a card that represents sexuality for some people. I know that's a completely different thing than I was just talking about, but the Tower is a phallic symbol. So for some of you, this could speak about your libido or matters of your libido. But when I see this, I think of surprise. I think of the unexpected, like last week, unexpected win. A Tower could represent that, but a Tower can also be rough. The foundation's being shook and shock. So we're just gonna have to see what that's about. Now, the bonus card is another thing that we're gonna have to watch out for. We have the 7 of Swords. Generally, this is a card of sneakiness, underhandedness, okay? Somebody doing things in the shadows, doing things in the dark. Like, this is a card of thievery sometimes. But when I see this, it can also be one of my cards of mystery, especially next to the Tower. So there could be some mystery, hidden, unexpected things like we saw for you last week, once again with the 7 of Swords. Now, the 7 of Swords is just a footnote. So I want to dive deeper on all this. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for the lovely, lovely Libras, please, my guides. Talk to me. And yes, Libra, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this 3 of Wands. And as always, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling anything off this spread, you could share it down below. I don't mind. So why is this 3 of Wands here? Quick. Okay, Devil. All right, a lot of you might be waiting on the shoe to drop with something. This is somebody thinking worst case scenario. Okay, this is somebody who is a little bit in pessimism mode. Now, for a portion of you, this could be someone with Capricorn traits or somebody that you're connected to that is a Capricorn, obviously, with the Devil in the upright underneath this 3 of Wands. But this is somebody like really thinking worst case scenario. You're going to want to try to stay out of your head in this time, specifically like running scenarios in your head, okay? I want to see how the rest of this plays out, but the Devil to me is that thought base. Like while you're waiting on something to happen, you're like thinking like, oh, well, this is going to happen now. This is going to, you get what I mean? Like the worst case scenario, you want to stay away from that type of thinking. Don't let your mind get the better of you, okay? Yeah, I mean, I could pull some other messages out of this, and this could absolutely be a warning as well, just because the Devil card's here. But I do feel like that's the main thing. This could be someone, if not you, maybe someone you're linked to that is like thinking worst case scenario, like, oh, what's going to happen now? Like, what next type of energy. So I want to keep moving through the reading. It's something I don't want to focus on. It is what it is. But that is something we're going to want to watch out for. Like, this is somebody waiting on the worst to happen. So why is this 7 of Wands here? It's not my favorite type of message to give. All right, yeah, this is good. A lot of you really might be on a healing journey of some kind, and you're really trying your best. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse, more of that fiery, explosive type of energy. That's all we're seeing here. Now, yes, the Devil card next to it is an earth sign, Capricorn type of vibe, but you see the imagery of the card. It's like set in flames. We have fire, we have the Tower, we have air. This is like a bursting inferno of energy here. So when I see the 3 of Swords in reverse underneath this 7 of Wands, this is someone maybe masking pain, trying to hide it, trying to hide how much something affects them. But another vibe I'm catching here, if you're not hurting, if someone you're dealing with isn't hurting, like this is someone like saying, you know, I'm just going to suppress, stuff it down, and keep moving forward. I'm not going to let this person know or let them know how much this is affecting me. This is giving me a lot of different things here, Libra. Only take what applies to you. But the 3 of Swords in reverse does also imply a healing journey to me. Like, no matter how many times I've been hurt, no matter what I've gone through, I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep moving. And some of you, it could be an important test of some kind as well, to see if you learned from lessons of the past. Okay, so that's another thing I'm just picking up right now. A lot of you could be presented with an important test of some kind from Spirit to see if you learned from lessons from the past. Things that may have given you 3 of Swords. We're going to keep moving. For a portion of you, yeah, this could be you really trying to improve yourself as well. So this centerpiece is giving me so much stuff. We're going to see what's up with the Tower, then I'll get you a shadow card real quick. So why is the Tower here for Libra? Don't be nervous about that Tower. It looks spooky, but it's really not that bad. Trust me. Okay, what do we got in the Tower? I mean, this feels like a really good Tower to me. We have the Seven of Pentacles, okay? Now, I'm getting a dualistic message here. A lot of you could be receiving some sort of, like, finally, spirit blessing you. Because the Seven of Pentacles, especially in the upright to me, is a card of receiving blessings. It's a big card of karma. You reap what you sow. What you put out, you get back in return. So a lot of you, with the Tower and the Seven of Pentacles, it's like a long awaited reward or payoff that comes in suddenly. Maybe you've given up hope on something. Maybe you've given hope that something's going to happen, and then boom, out of nowhere it does. That feels good to me. So the shock energy combined with the patience energy, this feels like a good Tower to me. So I wouldn't be too pessimistic like that energy we saw in the beginning. So for another portion of you, this could be somebody or something reaping some sort of karmic debt as well. Okay, so this could be a karmic reward. That's the initial thing I was feeling, but karma does strike, right? This is someone getting a dose of karma, good, bad, or indifferent. That's how this feels to me, the Tower with the Seven of Pentacles. But yeah, something you may have waited for or given up hope on could come in big time, unexpectedly, shockingly, unknowingly. You know, I'm not going to use any more words to describe it. That feels like a good Tower. Have some perseverance and you can pass these tests from Spirit. So let's go through and do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Three of Wands with the Devil in the upright. This to me was giving me the vibe of somebody thinking worst case scenario, like, all right, when's the shoe going to drop? Or just thinking that something's not going to turn out good. Someone who is a slave to their own mind, possibly. So that could be someone you're dealing with as well, going through those issues, going through those things. It doesn't have to be you. So watch out for that. Moving to the center, we have the Seven of Swords with the Three of Swords in the reverse. This could be somebody on a healing journey. Maybe you've been through a lot of things. Maybe you're trying to heal from that, get better, improve yourself. This could also be a journey of self-improvement, like I was just saying. But there could be an important test laid out in front of you from Spirit that you need to keep an eye for. In the coming days and weeks, Spirit might test you to see if you've learned from lessons of the past. But this is somebody like pushing through, regardless of how they feel about something. They're going to keep it moving, which I would say is a good thing, because as we get to the back, we have the Tower with the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. Just to bring your attention once again, 777. We have the repeating sevens. It's a holy number. That's a powerful number. Look into it. But to me, this is somebody, one, getting something that they may have given up on, like shockingly, surprisingly. We did see unexpected win last week, and that's kind of what's showing up here. But this is karma striking suddenly, shockingly. So whether that's good karma coming your way, someone, even if you don't witness it, this could be someone you're linked to catching a dose of karma, big time, with this Tower and Seven of Pentacles. So please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card real quick here, just to tie this reading up in a nice, neat little bow. Interesting reading this week, Libra, for sure. Lots going on there. Lots to decipher. Let's see, what's in the shadows for Libra, my gods? Talk to me. What do we got? And yes, even if we get a classically positive card in this shadow section, we're going to look at the inverse of it, because that's what we want to do with shadow work. So let's just get one. I'm not going to speak on it too much. And yeah, there it is, the Seven of Swords again. So in this spread, it's the 4th 7 showing up. So the repeating sevens are actually being thrown at you big time. But just like the bonus, we're capping it off here with the Seven of Swords on the back end. The mystery, the unexpected, things that you don't see. Now, this could absolutely be Spirit telling you, like, hey, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're dealing with, keep things on the level. Keep them square, okay? Don't do anything underhanded, and beware, there might be some shifty individuals around you, okay? Whether it is work, whether it is relationships. The Seven of Swords is an unsavory card, and it's showing up for the second time. But this can also be your trust being tested somehow as well, like somebody testing the extent of your trust. So it doesn't have to be a complete flunker or a fail here with the Seven of Swords in the background. So you could look into that further if you'd like. It is a rough type of energy, but mystery, the unexpected, the unseen, what's going on in the shadows could be affecting you in a lot of ways, especially since this is the shadow section. You might need to know things are happening. So Libra, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the May subscriber surprise, the winners will be in my community tab on June 1st. But for the June subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my most favorite decks of all time, the Gilded Tarot Royale. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, since there are so many wonderfully talented tarot readers on YouTube, just drop down in the comments 1 or 2 of your favorite readers. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, as always, I'll announce the winners in the community tab. My friends, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.